Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you for the opportunity that you're presenting to us to put before you this major project on behalf of that we're performing on behalf of Southern California Edison and the community, as represented in particular by this engagement panel. Chairman Victor and community engagement panels, my colleagues and I are pleased to be here to talk about the project that we know of as of high interest to your community, particularly moving songs, spent nuclear fuel, off-site as soon as possible. That's the goal. I am one of our team's leaders. Elizabeth Helvey is out in the audience. She's also a co-leader with me, and we are responsible for delivering an actionable strategic plan to Southern California Edison for the spent fuel removal from songs. Underpinning our work is a recognition that the strategic plan must have broad-based community and state support if successful implementation is to be achieved, and it is with this recognition that we welcome this opportunity to be with you this evening. I want to single out in this regard one of our team members, Mary Wolin. Many of you probably have met by now. Mary here on my left, she's responsible for our stakeholder engagement. And as I suggest, indicating it's a significant piece of responsibility we have to have this this product ultimately generated, to have broad-based community support. I have two colleagues with me this evening, Brian Gutherman and Joe Heiser. Brian is our regulatory and licensing expert, and Joe is charged with making sure our local songs focus is well anchored in the national policy and legislative environment. And the two of them will offer a perspective for you. The next slide, please. So this is a simple cartoon. It portrays the system that needs to be in place to safely and securely move spent nuclear fuel from songs and the context within which that success must be accomplished. Simply, songs needs to be ready to ship spent fuel, and a receiving site needs to be found to ship it to. Connecting songs to a receiving site is the transportation system. So that's the simple cartoon. The guiding legislation for this program, the Nuclear Waste Policy Act, became law in 1982. It mapped out a process for siting a repository to permanently dispose of the waste, as well as an interim storage facility for consolidated waste until the repository is available. Congress confidently expected the repository to be operational in 1998. As we know, that didn't happen, and that milestone has obviously been missed. Our view is first principles dictate that public safety and security must be the first and highest priority. It follows then that the public must have confidence that its health and safety is protected if the song's spent fuel is to be moved to a new location. So what SCE has done is brought together national experts in the form of the experts team that Tom Isaacs presented to you, and in its contract with national experts convened by the Northwind Group. Our task is twofold: develop a strategy for successfully relocating songs spent fuel off-site, including all the elements that are represented on this. You should go to the next slide, please. So all the elements that are on this slide relative to moving the spent fuel are going to be encompassed within our work. And the second task is to help SCE be ready to move the fuel when the opportunity does arise. Like the experts team that Tom chairs, we have a multidisciplinary, multi-talented team with depth and breadth of experience to help. Our team includes engineering, regulatory, transportation, legislative, and policy expertise. You have before you the panel a set of bios. I won't walk through that, but you can discern from the bios the kind of experience that we bring to the table.
Thanks. And we should make sure those bios are posted on songscommunity.com as part of the meeting materials.
Yes, sir. And they're also available at the front table for the public, and they will be posted on our website. We are particularly pleased to have as a senior advisor the former Secretary of Energy, Ernie Moniz. Beyond our professional experience, we are also professionally motivated to help the nation solve this problem, as we've been working it for decades, many of us. We see songs as a potential catalyst for action. This is the unique part, that songs is a utility that's pursuing a solution independent of federal initiatives.